Well, Frank, here in America for your first pre-season as Everton manager. Early days, but how's the camp gone so far?
Really good, really good. Yeah, we had a really good week at Finch Farm with a big portion of the squad, and then a few of the international lads came back at the end of that week. So then we've travelled out here. Yeah, very good. Got great facilities, being very well looked after. Great training pitch. So yeah, really good environment for the lads to come and get away at and train and focus and be together as a group.
And what are the most important benefits you want to get out of the squad over the 10 days?
Work, hard work on the training pitch. Individually, the priority yourself always has to be what can you get out of it? What level can you get to by the end of this block of days and 2 games? So, we will push the players because the season's going to come around very quickly this year. So it's been good, as you say, my first pre-season. So when you come in mid-season, there are a lot of priorities, which is the next game and the next game and results, and we all saw that unravel. Now it's about how can we be better to not be in that position again. And it starts here, it starts with the work. We can't lose a day, we can't waste a moment. And I have to say the players have been great since they've been back. First training session this morning, players were spot on, really hard session, and the attitude was exactly what I'd want. So very happy so far.
That session, literally from the first few minutes, getting the chance to watch it, it seemed very positive. It seems of really good spirit among the squad as well.
Yeah, it did, and that's how it has to be. A team has to be together from the first moments to the end. I thought we saw in our run-in last season that there is a togetherness here, and it wasn't just the players, it was the whole club. It's something that we have to take as our responsibility to be together, to perform, to show a desire. And for that we need to be a fit team. We need to be a team with a big capacity to run. An Everton team has to have that because it has to show energy, it has to show desire. So the building blocks are here in this trip and building into the season.
On top of the hard work, because of where we were last season, you made no bones that there had to be the short-term objectives at first, and obviously we thankfully we got where we wanted to be by the end of the season. But is this more about having a chance for you to implement your football philosophy more on the squad now?
Yeah, I think we had to deal, in effect, with what could get us results at that critical stage of the season. So some things we prioritised in our style of play, in the way we worked together, and I'm not making any apologies for that because we had to do what we had to do, and we got some great results, and the effort and the enthusiasm of the team and the work rate and the things we did at the end of the season were great. But now it's my chance to make it my team as such, or how I want my team to look, which means how we work on the training ground and how we can set those ideas in from the beginning of being back at pre-season, and also the personnel and how we try to build and mould the squad and make changes to make it improve and feel like something that we can take the club forward and change the direction of results from last season in general, but also in performance and style of play. So we'll do it in steps. We can't expect, okay, next year we're going to go to the moon. It won't be that process. From where we were last year, it'll be a process of how's the first thing that we can improve and then just keep improving. And that, again, is where we're at now.
Could you just give us a bit of an insight into your preparations? Obviously, you've got vastly talented backroom staff as well. The sessions seem really structured and lots of variety as well. So just what goes into that?
Time, that's our job. That's the thing behind the scenes that we have to do that's our work that hopefully can bring results at the end. And then, of course, you rely on the players. They are the be-all and end-all of that. There's so much you can do as staff, and then the players will be the difference makers when it comes to being on the pitch. But in terms of putting together a pre-season, we've got a really good balance within the staff. We're all hard workers. We've been talking about this from the minute we beat Crystal Palace. We went away and had our moments, but we're in close contact and working together to make sure we physically had the right plan. It's really important. Lean a lot on all the staff, but Chris Jones particularly prepares a physical plan for us, and then the football elements are put together with myself and the staff, with Joe, with Paul, with Ashley. So yeah, we've been working a lot on that, and hopefully the players feel that they have to feel organisation, they have to feel the direction of work, and yeah, that's our job.
And on top of getting in optimum shape for the new season, how important is team bonding when the squad comes away like this?
It's huge because such a huge percentage of football is, bonding, character, togetherness, spirit, and they're things you rely on all the way through. So it's as important as the tactical work and the structural work we do with the team. There's no doubt about it. It's about personnel, and it's about the lads being together and leaning on each other and working hard and being a good teammate. And those are things that we try and lay down every day with the players. And I said it many a time in my time here, in the short time I've been here, is that we've got a good group of players. We've got a good group of lads that really want to do well for this football club. My job is to make the differences, to make us perform on the pitch that bit better. But I've got no doubts of the players, but we have to become a really consistent team. And when I say consistent, I mean in behaviour and performance, because what you see at a weekend or on match day is, for me, a culmination of what happens right through the week from the minute the players wake up to that they go to bed. So we have to be a really good team on that front, and then I think then you'll see the best Everton.
You mentioned about the togetherness in the squad. Obviously, we never want to go through the struggles of last season, but do you feel coming through that and dramas and the highs of nights like Crystal Palace has brought the squad closer together?
Well, I hope so. There's two ways to look at it. Well, the proof will only be in how we perform, because you can either look at it in that way and go, that's great that we've shown spirit, that'll be there next year and we'll be better, or there's an idea that you could kind of go, oh, well, we think everything was fine last year because we had such an amazing end to the season. So it's my job also to bring everyone back down to earth and find the reasons why we were there. I came into a squad, we were in a difficult position, there's no doubt, and it was my job to try and keep us in the league, and we did that as a real collective. But now it's important not to lean on that too much. Yeah, in a nice way, remember the moments against Crystal Palace and against Leicester and against Chelsea and against Manchester United, those results in the running that were crucial and we worked hard for, but that's gone. It has gone, so we must now look to the future.
I'm assuming one thing you do want to bring into the new season is this strong bond that you created with Evertonians pretty quickly after becoming manager. So how important is that for you and the squad to keep that with Evertonians?
Yeah, it's important. We can't expect, I don't know how many thousand turned up pre-Brentford and pre-Palace. It was incredible, and I think the whole world saw it, the football world and the Premier League world for sure, and saw what a unique club we are. But we can't take that for granted, and we have to now start again a little bit in terms of our performance to engage the crowd on and off the pitch. I've realised quickly coming to this club that there are Evertonians all over the world, and they care deeply about the club because how it is their life. So we have to have an understanding of that. I do, and the thing that they really want is to see us winning games and see a team that has passion. We won't win every game, but we'll certainly have to show that we want to win every game. So, yeah, first thing that we do as our jobs and our responsibilities as a club is to make the fans happy that they support Everton and they see it on the pitch. So it's always there.
You've brought a large squad out here, I think 32 players, including Andros, obviously continuing his rehab. But what do you want to see from the squad, especially the younger players? You've quite a few named in the squad as well.
Yeah, I brought a large squad because I want the club to be together, and I want the players to be together. I want the young players who performed well and trained well with us last year. Players like Isaac Price and Reece Welsh and Stanley Mills and Dobbs. These players that have trained well and deserve to be part of the squad. I also have seen players come back from loan like Lewis Warrington, Ellis Sims, Nathan Broadhead, and I want to look at them and I want them to feel part of the club. It's easy to cut people and leave them at home. Sometimes big numbers are not easy to train with. But for me, it's more important the collective. It's our job as coaches to find the right sessions and deal with the 24, 25 outfield players. So that was important for the younger players, and that brings energy to the group. And it's also important for Andros Townsend, who was incredible in the running last season. When I say that, people won't see it, but he was clearly injured, but came to every game away from home, kept turning up away from home, and it's not a necessity. You don't always have to come as a player. Was always there supporting his teammates. Seamus Coleman, who's at the minute not training because of an injury, hopefully be fit very, very early in the season. And he's our captain and our leader. Alan's coming back from an injury, be training midway through the week, but I just wanted everyone to be involved, so we're all here.
You've been that young player trying to make a mark, so what do you want to see? You named quite a lot of the young talents we've got in this squad. What do you want to see from them on this tour?
Well, enthusiasm, their qualities obviously, because that'll dictate whether they train with us or not, but an enthusiasm and a real desire, they have to bring something like that. And if I'm honest, early in pre-season they tend to rise to the top because they're younger, they're maybe fitter, not fitter, but they stay really fresh through the summer, and so they come out of the blocks flying. So the question for the young lads is, can you continue that and show that you deserve to stay with us once the season starts? We need a squad this year, lots of subs, more subs that can come on the pitch that can affect the game. So why not hopefully have some younger players to have that opportunity, but they have to earn it. So they're training well, so it's been good to see so far.
You mentioned how important the squad is then, so you say Seamus might be out for possibly start of the season, so players chance for likes of Nathan Patterson.
Yeah, we're hoping. I think Seamus will hopefully be on the brink of the season that he's fit. So we'll see whether that allows him to be ready for those first games. But we know Seamus, he surprises you all the time because of his dedication and his body and his desire to play for this club. We saw that last season, and he was really hanging on in there at the end of the season with the injury that he had. So we've sorted that out. And it's an opportunity, as you say, for others. Pats has got over his injury. We had so many injuries last year. It's something we also have to tackle in terms of what are the reasons. Some injuries you can't explain. Some you think, well, can we be better to try and make sure that we minimise that? I came into that, and we need to try and do that, and that's a real collective as well. But injuries mean opportunity, and people like Pats can hopefully take that.
And one new face in the squad, James Tarkowski. How happy we are to get that deal done relatively quickly and him in and strengthening the squad.
Yeah, I'm delighted. I'm delighted with James because he's a player I've admired for a long time, since before working at Everton. I just think he's proven Premier League quality and durability. And when you look at his numbers, when you watch him play over the years in a Burnley team that have stayed in the league for different reasons, but a lot of those have been built on a robust style with desire not to be beaten, and that's the first thing you ask of your centre backs. So great physicality to him, great in both boxes, really good on the ball. It's something that hopefully can really add to our game in terms of our build, our lower build, and how we want to play. And in 5 minutes you realise he's a great professional, and that's as big as for me as it is about what people do on the pitch. Sometimes is how do they affect the group. He's walked in straight away, and you can see that he has that about him. So, I'm pleased we've got it done quickly. I'm pleased we've got James, and I'm sure he's going to be a big player, and the Evertonians are going to love him.
I was going to ask, on top of his, undoubted defensive talents, the character and the leadership. He mentioned that in his interview when he signed for us, just how important. So, how key was that for you? The kind of total package, the off and on the field.
Yeah, key, absolutely key, because. I was fortunate enough to play for a long time and be in dressing rooms with big characters, big players, good teammates, and they're crucial to what happens on the pitch. In tough moments, in good moments, they continue with their attitude and they rub off on people around them. And as I say, with James, I've seen that straight away. He's a leader, absolutely a leader, and we need leaders. It's crucial for us. So. He slotted straight into that in terms of the environment and in training. So, as I say, once the games start, hopefully we'll see exactly what we're talking about. And I'm excited for him to be part of the squad going forward. I feel like he definitely strengthens us. And so, really pleased.
And one player you did work with last year, Anthony Gordon, the new Everton number 10. So does that underline his growing importance and status within the squad? Yeah,
and he's worked for it. You have to earn the number 10. I understand this kind of desire for numbers as players. I was fortunate. I kind of fell into a number 8 in my career, and I didn't go searching for it, but I understand how it can feel important to you. But I absolutely feel now, especially with the 10, because it has a little bit of magic to it, a bit of the flair, and Anthony's got that. But he has it in his own style. I said to him, I don't want him to try and think he's doing pirouettes on the halfway line now. We need him doing what he was doing last year, plus goals and plus assists, which is Anthony so hungry to do. But he's earned it, absolutely. And he's a link to the crowd, a link to the fans, local boy, gives everything, great talent. He's going nowhere, he's our player. And that was a hugely important thing for me. He's the sort of player that we want to build to go forward with. And I'm delighted that he's got his number 10, but now I want him to continue to earn it.
And another important number in the Everton squad, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Tough season, obviously, last year for Dom because of the niggling injuries. How important will it be to have him fully fit now and going into the new season?
Well, I couldn't have been more happy for a player to score that goal, which goes down in Everton history. You get goosebumps when you think about it. We've all watched it 1,000 times since, with commentary on everything. It's just an amazing goal, and I'm delighted for him because it's very, for the modern player, much more than in my time. It's gone got all carried away with itself so much, this world of social media and criticism and opinion. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been a huge player for this football club since he's been here, scoring big numbers of goals, top striker one of in that top bracket of strikers in the league, in the England squad. And then, of course, when all eyes are on, and Dominic shows also a bit of personality and a bit of uniqueness off the pitch, and is how he is, which I think we should applaud rather than question. People will then want to put two and two together, maybe, in terms of what Dominic is. And I saw Dominic in the last, in my time at the club, striving, doing everything to be fit, to be as good as he can be, because he was, he's had his injuries. So I was delighted, and the powerhouse that we saw in those last games of the season is Dominic. That is Dominic, and he's had a break. He's come back really positive, training really well, and I'm really positive about what he can do this season. I love working with Dominic. He's great talent, a dream to work with. Easy, works, strong. Affects people around him and has his quality. So yeah, he's a fully fit Dominic will be something for us to get excited about this season.
And a lot of excitement about us being in America for the second summer on the trot. So you mentioned earlier about Evertonians being all over the world. So the importance of being in a country like the USA for the club.
Hugely important, because it's I was lucky enough to play here for a couple of years, and I've seen the game grow. Soccer, as it is out here, has grown. The MLS has grown. In terms of football and how much they love the Premier League is huge, and so you'll have, Evertonians over here for whatever reason, are Evertonians from our history, from watching the Premier League. It's important that we come and touch base with the fan base over here, for the club to move forward. It's great for us to be here. I love this country. They're so welcoming. They can't do enough for you. So positive. But more importantly, for the club, it's great to show that we're playing here and playing high-level games, two really high-level games that are really good for us, getting treated very well with the environment that we're in, and we're very happy to be here. So a big thank you to everyone who's looking after us here, and obviously all the Evertonians that will come to see us in the games here and keep supporting us from far away. And
that first high-level games on Saturday against Arsenal, obviously familiar opposition, but fantastic stadium. I know fitness is going to be the primary, what you want to see from the squad, but great setting and obviously top quality opposition as well.
Yeah, and it's early for us. As I say, some players have only just come back. So it's a big test for us, and as you say, good opposition. But it's good for us. You need to be pushed. We've got a variety of different games in pre-season. I wanted to go against different styles and different types of teams. We come up against a very strong team straight away, but why not? Why not test ourselves? And I'll be as interested in a lot of things in the game. Firstly, the physical condition of the players in the time that we've had to work together, how that translates onto the pitch. But secondly, some things I want to see in terms of how we play. It's very early days for us on that front, so it'll be a very interesting one for us to see. And clearly, the first thing is that we have to compete. I talked earlier about what it is to be an Everton player and what the fans want to see in the team. We can't take any game as if it's a friendly or if it's anything else other than a game that we're absolutely competing to try and win. So we'll do that.